one fellow told me, he said, you know what happened to that lightning strikes? I said, what? He said, well, you see that lightning strike down, he says, but before that lightning strikes down, something goes up. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, a bunch of particles run along the ground like this, and negative particles, a positive run over here, I forget which. And he said, a tunnel is open between the ground and the sky, and right before that lightning strikes down, all those ionized particles go straight at that thing there, and then you see the lightning hit. And that book says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. All right, if you see the lightning, you'll be too late. We're going up.
In South Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia were startled Thursday when they saw what looked like a fireball streak across the sky before creating a sonic boom.
Elijah was a Tishbite, and he was God's prophet. One day he went down to Jericho and down to Gilgal, and he told Elisha to wait for him. If he saw him go up, he'd get the power. And horses of fire came down and separated between them, and up went Elisha to heaven in a whirlwind. I know that's true. That's what a tornado is. A tornado or a cyclone is a whirlwind. It takes things up. I've traveled all across this country, and down where I am, we have hurricanes. We don't have tornadoes. I've seen pictures where a cyclone has taken a straw and driven into a telephone pole. That's some force you got going there. That's just a natural force. I was out in Kansas City one time, and a fellow told me when that cyclone came through, that tornado came through there, he went down to the basement and put his little girl down and his wife down and lay across them. Put his body across their body to protect them. And he said when that thing came, he said the only thing that happened to them, he said was there was a jolt by the basement wall, and somebody's roof came through the siding there and dumped bricks on them. The shingle was still on it. I've talked to farmers in Oklahoma that said they've seen cyclones come through there and take all the rugs out of the house and all the books out of the bookcase and leave everything else in the house. I had a meet one time in Kansas City where a fellow told me after one came through there, he showed me a picture where there was a bird in his bay window in a cage singing, a little parakeet, and that cyclone took the refrigerator and the range out through the living room and out through that bay window and on down the street without touching that bird. Isn't that a strange thing? Listen, when the Lord comes with a shout and calls us out, you know who's going? Those who are ready. You know who's staying? Those who ain't. It's just like that. And if the Lord can do that with wind, don't you worry about the time comes to go.
Repent, for the end could be closer than your next breath. The heavens will open, and the wrath of the Almighty will rain down upon the unworthy.
Do we want another round? Please. Just let me go.
Get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper. Underground methods. Top notch hoes get the most, not the lizard.